welcome everybody to the next generation of sports talk radio. The Score on air, the Score. It is your girl, Fun Size 2.0 here. And boy, if you guys missed Monday Night Raw, then man, you guys missed out on a lot. And I mean a lot went down last night, and then we got huge implications coming up tonight. But and getting on the down low, we got huge implications heading for the Elimination Chamber, which is coming up this Sunday. And if you guys do not have the WWE Network, make sure you guys get it, because if not, then you're just gonna be lost, because you get one free month of watching the Elimination Chamber this Sunday, and also you get to experience WWE Fastlane, which is also next month's pay-per-view. So if you guys don't have the WWE Network, make sure you guys go in there and get your one free month, and then the rest you pay for everything else. Now, moving on down the line. So if you guys saw the opening of Monday Night Raw, Stephanie McMahon and her husband Triple H confronted Becky Lynch about her recent actions this past week, where she punched Stephanie McMahon in the face. That was last Monday. And then on Tuesday, she slapped Triple H across the face. Now, this was all out of, it was all out of Becky Lynch refusing to see a doctor to go on to WrestleMania to face Ronda Rousey. And they wanted to make sure Becky Lynch was 100% cleared to actually face Ronda Rousey. Now, she was cleared, but there was a catch to that. Becky Lynch had until the end of Monday Night Raw last night in order to apologize to the McMahon, to Stephanie and Triple H. And we'll get on to later. And also, if you guys paid attention, sadly, we have new tag team champions. And, oh boy, let's just say that the Revival got what they wanted. So, it's just, it's pretty hard dealing with the fact that, the Revival are now Raw Tag Team Champions, and it's really, really hard to deal with that fact that Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder are new Raw Tag Team Champions, but kudos to them, right? Then moving on, also, there was a rematch from last week as Seth Rollins was addressing Paul Heyman about basically facing Brock Lesnar. Heyman basically gave him a spoiler saying that Lesnar would dominate and destroy him. But when you really think about it, Seth wasn't really that much afraid of Brock when you think about it. Because I believe is very, very to understand that Paul Heyman still wants Brock to be champion, but he's got to know that Brock's luck is going to run out on him. But clearly Heyman doesn't get that concept in his pea-brain head. But obviously Seth Rollins said he would sell his soul to the devil. He does not care. He is ready for Brock Lesnar, and I support Rollins 100%. Heading towards WrestleMania to face the Beast Incarnate. Now, I definitely want to see that. And there, as I said, last week was a rematch between Ethan Carter III and Dean Ambrose. Now, EC3 won against Dean Ambrose in his debut match on Monday Night Raw. So, you got to give kudos to the 1%er on securing a win against Dean Ambrose. Now, that, in my opinion, is huge to begin with, obviously. And I really think that EC3 will go far in his career, as Michael Cole and Corey Graves pointed out that also that night, that EC3 could be champion. Now, I feel he'd probably be probably more fitted for the WWE Championship. Now, I'm saying this because he's never faced anyone like Brock Lesnar. But if EC3 does eventually topple the Universal Champion, then by all means, I support EC3 100%. Now, also, if you guys also catch Monday Night Raw last night, it was a 3 corners women's tag team match. Now, here were the stakes for this match. It had all 3 teams that will be competing in the first ever Women's Tag Team Championship Elimination Chamber match to determine who would now the thing is, the loser would enter in the chamber first. So it's between Sasha Banks and Bayley, the Boston Hug Connection, the Riot Squad members, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, and also between Tamina and Nia Jax. See, I'm slurring my words because I'm so excited for this huge pay-per-view that's going to be going on. Now, the thing is that all those women were doing great in their match. Now, the other thing is that now at the end result, Sasha Banks and Bayley are at a really bad disadvantage because they will be entering the Elimination Chamber first. So, but I really think that the Boston Hug Connection will probably come out of this thing on top. Then also moving on down the line, and guys, if you also saw the end of Raw, oh boy. So Becky Lynch apologized to Stephanie and her husband, Triple H. But now the thing is that Vince McMahon comes out of nowhere and tells Becky Lynch, your apology isn't good enough. You are suspended for 60 days. That is past the WrestleMania mark. So Becky Lynch completely was booted out of WrestleMania, and I call that highway robbery on Vince McMahon's part. I really didn't like it. I wanted to see Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey. Everybody wanted to see it, but clearly Vince did not, and I don't know what's going through that old man's head. Yes, Vince McMahon is old. He's literally a grandfather. So, yeah, he's definitely not in his right mind, as you would put it. Now, I really do think that adding Charlotte Flair was, as I say, a dumb move on his part. Charlotte could have gone after Asuka to regain the SmackDown Women's Championship, but no, she had to go after Ronda Rousey. Now, the thing is that Charlotte already lost against Ronda. So, what does she need to prove? What on earth does she need to prove by facing Ronda Rousey on the grandest stage of them all? Seriously. She couldn't put her away at Survivor Series last year. She got herself disqualified. So, what's the point? What's the point of Charlotte actually competing in this match? Just to knock Becky out of the spotlight to really compete in the WrestleMania match. Becky Lynch won the right to face Ronda Rousey at the Royal Rumble match. As she won the Royal Rumble match, she earned that right to face Ronda Rousey. She chose Ronda for that specific reason. But clearly Vince did not see the point of having Becky compete against Ronda, so he suspends her for 60 days and puts Charlotte Flair in Becky's place to face Ronda Rousey. Now, I understand it probably won't be as popular as everybody wants to see Becky versus Ronda, but I wanted to see it, and I'm pretty sure half of the people, all those people in Ford Rapids, Michigan wanted to see it, and probably everybody around the world that saw this match, they want to see it too, and so do I, but clearly we can't get what we want now, can we? Oh, man, see, my brain hurts. My brain hurts now from just having all of this wrapped around. So we are going to be taking a break, and make sure you guys stay tuned. Remember, you guys are listening to the next generation of Sports Talk Radio, The Score on air.com. The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
Welcome back to Next Generation of Sports Talk Radio, the score on air, the score. It's your girl Fun Size 2.0 here, back with more WWE content. And yes, Albert, I did revise my Twitter account, and I did reach out to some superstars, so thank you for that advice. And also, I see you tweeted Seth Rollins on how to beat Brock, so let's hope Rollins takes our advice by going after Brock's legs. Now, we are going to get into the Friday Night SmackDown of this whole ordeal. So, as you could see, a lot of superstars last week gained momentum heading into the Elimination Chamber match this Sunday. Now, also, there will be a gauntlet match contesting with all 6 members of the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. That includes Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, and Mustafa Ali. But the thing is that I think Ali is injured, with a source of mine that actually included that little tidbit to me before I was going on the air. So, I really think, I wonder who's probably going to take his place, but we don't know. That's going to be up in the air for as we know. And also, there will be, as Raw was, with the Raw women's teams that will be competing for the Women's Tag Team Championships, it'll be Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, the Iconics versus Fabulous Glow, Naomi and Carmella will be facing in a 3-team tag team match. And obviously, I believe the stipulations are the same. So whichever team loses the match enters the Elimination Chamber first. So now the Iconics have been a team for a while, and so have Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville during their Absolution days with Paige. Now, I really do think that I feel like Naomi and Carmella blend really well. I believe that very much. And the team can go either way, but I really want Sasha Banks and Bayley to win the match. So, best of luck to all those women competing in this match. So, yeah, I want to wish all those women luck competing in that match, especially with some of these women lacking experience inside the Elimination Chamber. So good luck to you, ladies. Then also, let's just say the rivalry between Andreas Cenas Almas and Rey Mysterio, that rivalry is still going on after literally maybe 2 weeks of competition with the most craziest acrobatics you probably have ever seen in a WWE ring. These two are going at it again tonight because obviously Selena Vega can't stay out of her own business partner's affairs. Now these two athletes, Rey Mysterio, I've seen compete in matches before, and Andreas Salinas Almas barely paid attention to him, but when him and Rey Mysterio go at it, man, do I love it. I mean, these guys are completely like in their element when they go flying around the ring, and they are just amazing competitors. But don't count out Rey Mysterio. He's not called as the biggest little man for nothing. He's not. Whenever he's in a big match situation, Rey delivers. So, Andreas, you can talk all the smack you want, man, but clearly Rey Mysterio will come out of nowhere with that 619 and not taking anything away from Randy Orton either. Also, now, if you guys did not catch Raw last night, yes, Charlotte Flair will be competing at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey. Now, how will this affect SmackDown with Charlotte Flair challenging Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship? She's a SmackDown women's wrestler. So how's that even going to work when you think about it? She's from SmackDown. Ronda represents Raw. So if Charlotte wins, does that mean that she goes to Raw to defend the Raw Women's Championship on their brand? And also, with Asuka not being mentioned in WWE programming, will she be even competing tonight or competing maybe at Fastlane that'll be coming up next month? It's all up in the air, to say the least, really. And I kind of think that Asuka is a good women's champion. Now, also, since Becky Lynch is suspended, now that didn't stop her last week from showing up to shut Charlotte's mouth. Well, she didn't really do anything, but she did shut her down before she even did anything. Will Becky Lynch make her presence felt tonight on SmackDown due to the fact that Charlotte Flair weaseled her way into a women's championship match that she didn't even deserve? Now, I feel for Becky Lynch. At first, I didn't like her, but now seeing that her spot was taken from her by her former best friend, now turned rival, it's just sad to see how Becky's career is just kind of she gained that spot despite Lana being injured. Now, there are no rules in the Royal Rumble saying that someone that has already competed in a match can join the Royal Rumble if someone is injured. Now, we all know the Royal Rumble is full of surprises, and Becky Lynch was part of that many surprises that go on in the women's Royal Rumble match, or any Royal Rumble match for that matter. Now, I really don't get why Vince McMahon chose Charlotte to face Ronda Rousey. And he basically made sure that one of them stayed in their lanes, but I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I really don't. Because obviously it's just I can't. I really can't. Because I wanted to see Becky versus Ronda, not Ronda versus Charlotte. I understand that Ric Flair will be turning 70 in 2 weeks on Raw, but come on. Really? Charlotte had her chance at the Royal Rumble, and she lost. Clearly, Vince McMahon is playing, maybe, I don't know, devil's advocate with Charlotte. I don't know why either, but hey, I really think that's kind of just baloney on Vince's part. But hey, I don't really get it either. But also, we are going to get in some bit of some sad news. Two former WWE wrestlers have passed away today. It's on WWE.com saying WWE is saddened to learn that WWE Hall of Famer Pedro Morales has passed away. He was a native of Cubarella Island, Puerto Rico. He moved to New York. He was known for wrestling in the 1960s. He battled with the Destroyer, a famous rivalry, and also formed a popular tag team with Pepper Gomez. He was a WWE Hall of Famer, and he passed away today. And it's just really sad to know that some of these wrestlers that I never knew actually passed away, and it's really, really hard to for anyone to witness a wrestler pass away, and it's really hard. And also, there was another wrestler that also passed away today as well. I believe it was Santatori Bellamano, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm sorry. He was also in WWE around the 1980s. He was also around during the early days of ECW, and also known in the NWA Eastern Championship Wrestling. So my apologies and condolences to the families of these two WWE legends in their own right, and wrestlers that paved the way for everyone else. I'm so sorry, and I know it's hard to lose a loved one, and definitely hope that the families find closure with WWE also. Now, we all know that this is the last night before the Elimination Chamber rolls on, heading into, as I said, the Elimination Chamber. We have huge matches heading into this Jimungo pay-per-view about to go on, and then also with Fastlane fast approaching as well. And I will definitely give my critiques on each of these matches that are going on. And just having back to the Charlotte factor again. Charlotte did not deserve to move on to a main event status when she never even earned a championship opportunity. Like I said, she could have gone after Asuka. Asuka had no opponent for WrestleMania. But when you really think about it, I wonder if anybody wants to see Asuka versus Charlotte too. See, now that's a question that probably a lot of people need answered. But I think I would have loved to see Asuka versus Charlotte too for the championship. But this time, Asuka would be the champion heading into their match, not the other way around. And I just feel that Becky got robbed of her Raw Women's title match. Now, the thing is that Becky Lynch has never held the Raw Women's Championship, but now since she's suspended for 60 days, literally after WrestleMania ends, now it's just, what is Vince going for? He's clearly took Becky out of the biggest match of her career, and now we're stuck with Charlotte versus Ronda. Oh, man, I don't want to see that match again. I wanted to see the Irish Lass Kicker, the man, versus the baddest woman on the planet. Not the Nature Boy, not the Nature Boy's daughter against the baddest woman on the planet. No offense to Ric Flair. Ric Flair, I love and respect you, but I understand your daughter is being very successful, but she picked the wrong spot. That's my total honest opinion about just all of this. And Becky Lynch should have gone on to the main event. That's definitely my opinion. Yet, clearly, Vince McMahon is thinking more of money-wise than fan-wise. And it's just crazy. Also, I totally forgot about this. The Miz and Shane McMahon will be hosting McMiz TV. Oh, man, that is probably the weirdest show name ever. McMiz TV with their guest stars, the Usos, who will be facing them at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. And I totally forgot about that match, and I'm mad I didn't put it in my notes. But the Miz and Shane McMahon will be conducting an interview with the Usos to maybe get their thoughts on their match that's coming up this Sunday. Maybe if they're feeling nervous, or maybe if Shane and Miz can hold up until then. But I really think I'm going to run down each of these Elimination Chamber matches when we come back from our next break. So remember, guys, you're listening to the Next Generation of Sports Talk Radio, The Score on air, thescore.com, The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
And welcome back to the next generation of Sports Talk Radio. The Score on air, the score. It is me, Fun Size 2.0 here, and letting you guys know that, as I said, I'm breaking down all of these, crazy Elimination Chamber matches going on this Sunday. And then also I'll just be, gossiping about other stuff that possibly could be going on. So, as we all know, if you guys have not seen WWE.com or even checked out all the insight on Raw, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be running by this tonight on SmackDown, Ruby Riott will be facing Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, if you guys really think about this, if Ruby Riott wins the Raw Women's Championship at the Elimination Chamber this Sunday, then I would say I'm really emphasizing on this then part. Now, if she wins, then she goes on to main event WrestleMania and face Charlotte Flair. Now, I have nothing against Ruby Riott, not in the slightest. But when you think about it, I really want to see Ronda versus Becky. But yet, we're not getting that match. No, we are not. But, in all fairness, and if she does win, then this would be Ruby Riott's first ever championship that she's won since being on the main roster. And if her two teammates on the Riott Squad, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, win, then the Riott Squad will be literally riding high into WrestleMania with all the gold, as Renee probably pointed out also on Raw last night. Now, also, I'm going to kind of just skip down to a couple things. Now, this is pretty unique, and I believe this has been done before. It will be Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush versus Finn Balor. This is a 2-on-1 handicap match for the Intercontinental title. Now, here's the thing. If Finn Balor, which I definitely believe that Finn Balor will win the Intercontinental Championship, but if Balor pins either Lashley or Lio Rush, then eventually he will become the Intercontinental Champion. Now we've seen Finn Balor face Bobby Lashley before one-on-one, and we also seen him face Lio Rush on one-on-one. But the thing is that Balor has no partner to tag, so he's at a very, very hard disadvantage. But I believe in my heart of hearts that the extraordinary man that does extraordinary things will triumph in his match against those two crazy brute strength guys. Well, mostly Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush, because I cannot stand either one of them. And also, moving on down the line, we have finally, well, not finally, it's happened before, but this is a long time coming for Baron Corbin. It'll be Baron Corbin versus the monster among men, Braun Strowman. Now, Baron Corbin has caused Braun Strowman and Kurt Angle a bit of grief for the past few weeks. Now, this is all going to come to head at the Elimination Chamber this Sunday, but the thing is that I'm sure Baron Corbin probably has something up his sleeve to get out of this match. But if he doesn't, then Baron Corbin's going to get those hands from the monster among men. Also, I've also kind of figured this out. Will Asuka be competing also at the Elimination Chamber? Because you have one women's championship match, but what about Asuka? Who's going to be facing her? Because I really don't see anybody else really competing in with Asuka, or no one's really stepped up to her, or let alone we haven't really seen her in in like actual competition. But I could be wrong. Asuka could be competing at the Elimination Chamber, and it's just under wraps, maybe during the kickoff show, we don't know. But either way, I really do think that Asuka should be competing at the Elimination Chamber, but again, I can't predict the future, so it wouldn't matter in my opinion anyway. But I really do think that all of these matches are going to stand out above the rest. And also with the women's tag team championship elimination chamber match, you have the Iconics. You have the Iconics, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, Fabulous Glow, Naomi and Carmella, Tamina and Nia Jax, the Boss and Huck Connection, Sasha Banks and Bayley, and also I forgot about the other Raw team, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan of the Riot Squad. Oh man, I drew a complete blank about. I'm like, who's the other team? I just said it earlier, but either way, I really do think that all of these matches are going to go fantastically for this match, and definitely. Now the thing is, will we see maybe the New Day involved? But we do not know. We only know very so little about all of these matches that'll be coming up at the Elimination Chamber. And also, the Cruiserweight Championship will also be defended. So I have to bring that up because also I have to cover the NXT roster too and Cruiserweight division. That's another thing I'm lacking. I gotta cover everything, but I'm mostly covering the main rosters. It'll be Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa. So I have seen them compete at the Royal Rumble match before. So and the cruiserweights do not disappoint at all. Now, also with all of the commotion going on, I want to hear what you guys have to say about all these matches that'll be going on with Elimination Chamber. Who do you think would win? Who do you think has more momentum heading towards WrestleMania? And also with Fastlane coming up on the horizon. Make sure you call or text the show 614-641-0674 or contact me on Twitter at FunSize. And I want to get all your guys' questions about what's going on with the Elimination Chamber. I want to see your guys' predictions. I feel my predictions with, I already said the Boss and Hunt Connection to win the first ever Women's Tag Team Championships. Also, I feel that the Usos might beat The Miz and Shane McMahon, but I could be wrong. Also, Braun Strowman, hands down, regardless. I'm not even going to bet against him. Also, with the... See, I drew a blank again. The Intercontinental Championship match. Definitely going with Finn Balor, even though he may be at a disadvantage. But come on, you can't count out Balor just yet. You can't count out Finn Balor. You can never count out the little guy. Now with the Elimination Chamber match for the WWE title. And also this came to my knowledge, AJ Styles has also had experience competing in the Elimination Chamber match. So that's Hardy, Bryan, Styles, and Orton. All four of those men have competed in an Elimination Chamber match. Now, Mustafa Ali and Samoa Joe are a bit out of their element. They have never competed in an Elimination Chamber style match. So this is going to be a bit out of their comfort zone, that I believe. But I could be wrong, but I really don't know. It all comes down to this Sunday and seeing who will prevail and who will come out on top. And Ronda Rousey obviously is going to kick Ruby Riot's butt at the Elimination Chamber, because obviously with all the frustration she's feeling heading into this Sunday, knowing that she's not preparing for Becky, but she has to prepare for Charlotte now. So yeah, she is definitely going to be frustrated at Ruby Riot and possibly break her arm. But definitely it's the Elimination Chamber is a whole different ball game with the first ever women's tag team championship match that'll be going on. The WWE title will be defended. Now, it's all a matter of, what if? What could happen? Could Becky Lynch possibly maybe interfere? Well, no, I don't think she would interfere with Ronda Rousey's match. She wants to face Ronda at WrestleMania, but the thing is, I think with tonight, obviously Becky Lynch might make her presence felt on SmackDown Live tonight, and it's all up in the air, but come on. This is Becky Lynch we're talking about. We're talking about the man we're talking about. This is who we're talking about. Becky Lynch, who was supposed to be facing Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania, but again, she's not. And see, I'm getting more steamed about this. I'm going to have to rant about this later on in the show. Like, really, because I cannot stand Charlotte for weaseling her way into a match that Becky earned. This is, like, highway robbery. And I just can't. Charlotte already main event WrestleMania once. Let Becky Lynch have the spotlight once, Charlotte. It's not all about you. Just because you're Ric Flair's daughter doesn't mean you can weasel your way into every match that you want to. And the McMahons said clearly that this is a fresh start. No one is going to be handed anything, but yet here comes Charlotte Flair on a silver platter, getting served a WrestleMania match and a title match that she didn't deserve. She didn't deserve it either. And, oh, man. See, I'm getting all frustrated now, and it's really making my head hurt. See, Charlotte Flair. Charlotte, you. Oh, my goodness. I just can't. I just can't with Charlotte. And clearly she is not a certified G. No, she isn't. Becky Lynch is clearly a certified G, and so is Carmella. But I really feel that Charlotte Flair definitely did not deserve that match. And, oh, man, I can rant about that all day. But I'm not, because if I do, I'm probably going to give myself a migraine, and then I'm going to have to cut my show short. But I'm not doing that. I'm going to power through it like any other athlete with an injury. And also, if you guys did also catch Monday Night Raw 2, Kevin Owens gave everybody an update on how his knee rehab is going. He's doing just fine. And maybe, as a favorite fan of mine who's watching right now, Albert, thank you, Mustafa Ali is out. So maybe Kevin Owens could if he made his return in time this Sunday, he could be competing for the WWE Championship. But that's just a possibility of mine. So that, as I said, it's just a theory. So, but again, wrestling theories do happen. We don't know. But we are going to be taking another break. So make sure you guys keep watching. And I enjoy you guys watching so much. Remember, you guys are listening to the next generation of sports talk radio, thescoreonair.com. The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit...
And welcome back, everybody, to this next generation of Sports Talk Radio. The score on air, the score. It's me, Fun Size 2.0 here, and yes, man, I actually have something shocking for everybody right now. So, if any of you guys know the former WWE superstar Eva Marie, and if any of you guys also watch the show Big Brother, she was actually on the show, but eventually she got eliminated. So this is also from the lordsofpain.net. So this is not from me personally, but eventually Eva Marie spoke with Scott Fisher of TV Insider to talk about being eliminated from Big Brother this past Friday, also saying that she was not really approached to be in the Women's Royal Rumble match last July. Excuse me. So here's a quote that was actually from her. There have been emails and talk and exchanges back and forth, Eva revealed. But I was not approached being part of the Royal Rumble. I can tell you that. Other things, there's definitely been talks for sure. So, and also she mentioned also that she wanted to also compete in the ring also by seeing Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. So here's another quote that has been from Eva Marie. Sure, I've always going to have that itch. I absolutely love wrestling. You never knew. It's one of those things. There were things that are totally taking off of the women of WWE. Eva said they are killing it right now. I think it's so amazing. Of course, if the opportunity arises and timing is how it's supposed to be, I definitely would come back to shake things up because I can always bring the heat. That's for sure. Wow, she hasn't lost very confidence in herself at all, but. Definitely, Eva Marie is definitely sounds like she might be making a comeback, but we don't know at the moment right now. So it could, kind of just be up in the air, but we barely know anymore. So I think it'd kind of be cool to have Eva Marie back, but let's hope they change up her character just a bit because I really, really think that she could probably do a lot better with her character instead of that bringing the heat crap or like being Eva Marie or whatever. But I'm not for certain about it. So it really kind of I don't know. Maybe it's has something to do with that, but who really knows? But definitely, with Vince just getting rid of Becky for 60 days is not really good for the business. And there was a thing saying on also Lords of Pain that Raw's the viewing of the episode went down due to Becky Lynch probably being suspended that night, or a couple other things maybe going awry. But WWE is just lacking so hard. They're not, oh man, they're not giving everybody really what they needed. But also with Paige's movie Fighting With My Family, which will actually be coming out in 2 days from now. Either 2 days from now or February 22nd, when How to Train Your Dragon is supposed to be coming out. But I really think it'll be coming out 2 days from now. So, but definitely with that, I think Eva Marie could probably bring a return, or maybe bring back some former Diva superstars that could probably lighten up the locker room a bit. There's nothing wrong with the current women's roster or on either brand, but they could probably come up with some maybe more fresher storylines or something. But I'm really not, sure about it. I'm not part of the creative team, but if I was, I would have made it a bit better. Now, I understand some superstars are retired for a reason. Like Edge, he couldn't come back because of his neck. And Christian is, I don't know why Christian doesn't come back. He's still young enough to actually compete. Now, Edge, I understand who can't compete because due to his neck. Because if he ends up injuring that neck one more time, then he can't really compete anymore. He'll be paralyzed from the neck down. And he's got a daughter at home. Now, Matt Hardy. Now, we know, if any of you guys follow Matt Hardy on Instagram, he's got 2 boys at home. Now, and I believe he officially retired from the ring to take care of his boys. But, I'm not sure either. But I wouldn't mind seeing Matt and Jeff come back as the Hardy Boys again. I would love to see that. But, he's a parent first, so it's understandable that Matt's going through, parent motions, so it wouldn't matter. But definitely that, and it's just, it's crazy. Being a parent and also being on the road away from your children for so long. A lot of wrestlers have done it. Eddie Guerrero had to do it for a while. He had kids. He was on the road. Jeff Jarrett, Kurt Angle, Ric Flair. Well, most of the time he would bring his kids with him on the road. So it really wouldn't matter in the slightest. But I really think that, being a wrestler takes a lot of time out of you and not letting you see a lot of your family as much, because you probably miss birthdays, celebrations, graduations, and everything. So either way, I think that being a wrestler does have its perks, and also it's kind of it's a disadvantage too as well. So also, definitely that. And also, speaking of which, a lot of former tag teams are no longer there either. Like the Dudley Boys, I think WWE was done with them. There are so many tag teams that probably could have made it a lot with the current roster the way it's going. And also, with Big Cass and Enzo Amore. Now, I would have loved to see those guys back. I enjoyed Enzo Amore. He was hilarious. Now, that guy was hilarious with the cheetah print, side-shaven haircut. Man, when I went to a WWE live event, I saw him and Big Cass come out, and it was just the thrill of my life seeing those two literally come out there. I wanted to get an Enzo Amore type headband that had his poofy hair on it, but by the time I got to this concession by the stand where they were selling all the merchandise, it sold out, and I was so mad. So I just got a certified G hat instead, and then I also got this Thank You Taker t-shirt. But either way, when you're devoted to something as, your sport or to your craft, if you will, like with all these wrestlers, they perfect their moves to make sure that they don't injure themselves, so they don't, they can't perform their duties outside of the ring. And if they do, then everyone knows the consequence as well as they do. And if you guys, again, have any questions, make sure you call the show. I'm running on, empty right now on things to say right now. Remember, 614-641-0674 to call the show and give me your insight on what you think should be done with WWE, or maybe have insight on the Elimination Chamber match, or maybe future matches that'll be leading up to Fastlane next month. Now, if yeah, like I said, Ruby Riott, if she did win at the Elimination Chamber coming up this Sunday, now she probably would have had to defend it against Ronda either the night she won it or either at Fastlane. But who knows? They kind of just go up in the air with the matches and the everything. So, but I already gave my critiques on everything that I feel should be done so far. Now, I definitely feel like everybody was cheated out of a dream match at WrestleMania between Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch. And I wanted to see it. I'm sure all of you guys probably wanted to see it too. And me being one of them, I love Ronda Rousey and I respect Becky Lynch. But either way, Vince just cheated everybody out of a classic dream match. And as, you know, as wrestling fans that we are, we want to see the matches that we want, but we clearly can't, which is not right. But that's how business is. And it's funny because Stephanie McMahon actually quoted her old catchphrase when she was doing the authority bit. We want to do what's best for business. And clearly, Vince McMahon's move that he pulled was not best for business. And it's just nuts. But either way, I really do think that Vince could have done better with, you know, the planning of everything. But, you know, like I'm just a girl that likes to talk about WWE and maybe have no one hear me, but you guys listen anyway. But, you know, okay, so now I'm going to go back to the Charlotte Flair topic. Now, Charlotte Flair is a very well-respected athlete. She has all the credentials. But the way she carried herself heading into this year and losing the Women's Royal Rumble match, sure, she hold a grudge against Becky for not, letting her win. But hey, that's how the Rumble goes, honey. But then she obviously weaseled her way to Vince McMahon, saying, I want to face Ronda Rousey. Becky doesn't deserve it, blah, blah, blah. But, oh, man, Charlotte. My, how the mighty have fallen. And not just Bobby Lashley on that level. Whew, boy. I cannot with Charlotte anymore. I can't. Oh, man. It's so hard to deal with the fact that we have to deal with Charlotte actually being able to just weasel her way into a competition, and that's just, oh man, that's heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. And oh man, I can't right now. I can't deal with any of it anymore. But either way, you know, I'm not part of the business. I wish I was, but I'm not. So it really wouldn't matter. So we're going to go along down the line with the Intercontinental Championship match. Now, I'm not going to read all of them like I did last time. We're just going to cut to the ones, maybe to 2000 to 2009, and then 2010 to now. So, because there were a lot. And there was only one title holder when the Intercontinental Championship was introduced. So that is crazy. The longest reign was 232 days. And also the shortest reign, which was held by WWE Hall of Famer Pat Patterson, the original Intercontinental Champion holder. And I'm just going to read the credentials of each of the past, and then we'll go on to the 2000 to 2009, and then 2010 to current. So from 1980 to 1989, there were 15 Intercontinental Championship holders. The longest reign was 454 days. So passing Pat Patterson's reign by a couple of days. And the shortest reign was 64 days. And then heading from 1990 to 1999. Funny, around the millennium I was born in. So there were 46 Intercontinental Championship title holders around the 90s. The longest reign was 279 days, and the shortest reign only lasted less than a day. Then now we're going to read the 2000 to 2009 list. So fun. So we're gonna do it from top to bottom. So we're going to kind of go down. So starting from the short. Well, actually, no. We'll go from the current reign, the lowest reign, starting from 2000, and then working our way up. See, I meant way up. Oh man, I can't even get my words out. So, Chris Jericho was on this list twice. Then Kurt Angle, the late great Chris Benoit is on here twice, and then Jericho is on here 3 times. Rikishi held the Intercontinental Championship. I didn't know that. Val Venus. Bet you guys don't remember Val Venus, huh? If any of you guys remember him. Chyna. Yes, she was the first ever woman to win a men's championship by beating Double J in a housekeeping match. Then she ends up losing the championship to the late, great Eddie Guerrero. Oh, man, Eddie, we miss you. Then Billy Gunn was an Intercontinental Champion in his own right. Chris Benoit gained a second reign. Chris Jericho, 4-time Intercontinental Champion. Triple H is a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. Jeff Hardy held on to the Intercontinental title. Kane, Albert, better known as A-Train and Tenzai, in his earlier years with WWE. Then, Lance Storm. Bet you guys don't remember him. Edge is a 3-time Intercontinental Champion. Christian also made his reign for the Intercontinental title. Test. Now, he passed away in 2001, I believe. So, yeah, he passed away around 2001. Then Edge regained the Intercontinental Championship for the 3rd time. William Regal. Rob Van Dam is a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. Same with Eddie Guerrero. And Chris Benoit gained the Intercontinental Championship for the 4th time. And Rob Van Dam also, I believe, 3 times he was the Intercontinental Champion. Chris Jericho, that's 6 reigns for Jericho. Kane was the Intercontinental Champion. Triple H, a 2-time Intercontinental Champion, as well as Christian. Well, actually, 3-time Intercontinental Champion for Christian. Booker T, RVD, had also regained the Intercontinental Champion. That was maybe 4 times. Rob Van Dam has gained it for at least maybe 6. Their names are on here so much I lost count. Randy Orton, Edge for the 5th time. Jericho. Yes, Chris Jericho has won the Intercontinental Championship for 7 times. He's a 7-time Intercontinental Champion. Shelton Benjamin, Carlito, Ric Flair. Shelton Benjamin, 3-time. Johnny Nitro. Well, around 2006, John Morrison was known as Johnny Nitro, not John Morrison. Jeff Hardy again. Umaga, Santino Marella. Yes, Santino Marella was the Intercontinental Champion. Umaga was a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. Kofi Kingston. Looks like Santino gained a 2nd reign. And same with William Regal. CM Punk, JBL, Rey Mysterio. At least a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. John Morrison, and then Drew McIntyre held the Intercontinental Championship from 2010. So the longest reign on here was 244 days. So, and then also heading into the next millennium, as all of these entail. So we are going to close the recent one because that is a lot of names that I've read. So that is nuts. And I'm going to go up now. So, Drew McIntyre held on to the Intercontinental Championship heading into 2010. Kofi Kingston is a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. Dolph Ziggler gained the Intercontinental title along with Wade Barrett, Ezekiel Jackson. Cody Rhodes is a two-time Intercontinental champion. The Big Show won the Intercontinental Championship the first time ever in his career. Christian, The Miz, Kofi Kingston 2 times. Wade Barrett looks like 3. The Miz twice. Curtis Axel, Biggie Langston, Wade Barrett again, so that was 3. The Miz looks like he's a 3-time Intercontinental Champion. Dolph Ziggler looks like maybe 5. The Miz, maybe 3 again. Barrett, Daniel Bryan, Ryback, better known as Skip Sheffield, Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens again, 2-time Intercontinental Championship for Owens, Zack Ryder, The Miz, at least, maybe a 6-time Intercontinental Champion, because Miz's name is literally on here more than once. Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Rollins again, and then Bobby Lashley is the current Intercontinental Champion, and his reign is held for 28 days so far. So now the shortest reign for the Intercontinental title heading into the present was less than a day, but the longest reign was 233 days. Now, who held on to that record? Let's see who held that Intercontinental Championship for that long. Let's see. And that was Cody Rhodes, who held on to the Intercontinental Championship for 233 days. So that is something. Now, I definitely do think that it is going to wonder if Finn Balor will be added to that list of championship names heading into this Sunday. So this is going to be fun. Yes, it's going to be very, very fun. Definitely believe that. Let us see. Still having audio issues. Huh. That's crazy. Yeah, it is louder than your microphone. Yeah, I'll definitely have someone deal with that. This promo is super bad though. Crystal clear. Muffled microphone. Huh. Hate to say it, but Enzo burned his bridges with the E over his antics. Huh. Okay, Enzo Amore did kind of burn his bridges, but hey, that's how it rolls. Just FYI regarding the SmackDown Elimination match, Mustafa Ali is more likely getting replaced if he can't pass conjunction protocol. Charlotte is in the match for one reason only, to take the pin. Becky will be back in the match 2 weeks from now when she jumps Charlotte from behind. Well, Christopher Brown, you could not be wrong. I could probably see that. Yeah, seeing Becky eventually go after Charlotte. And it wouldn't be a surprise to me at all. So, it wouldn't be that bad. But, yeah, no, that's kind of how it is. But let's run down the Elimination Chamber lineup. Yes, we are 5 days, 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 39 seconds away from the Elimination Chamber, which is also presented by Fighting With My Family, the true story about WWE superstar Paige. Now, that movie actually looks pretty good, so I might go actually see it once it comes out. Now, here are the full details for the Elimination Chamber match. So far, they haven't replaced Mustafa Ali in the match, but I definitely believe that he will be replaced since he is injured. So that's most likely going to be a factor heading into this match. And I know a lot of people who are Mustafa Ali fans will probably be disappointed, but hey, that's just how it goes, man. If you're injured and you want to compete in a big mainstay match, you can't go in there with a bum leg. So we only know the remaining 4 that will be competing in this match: Jeff Hardy, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and Samoa Joe. Now, as I mentioned before, only Orton, Bryan, Styles, and Jeff Hardy have competed in an Elimination Chamber match. Now, whoever decides to replace Ali, and also Samoa Joe is involved in this, they're a bit at a disadvantage heading into this match. Now, only those 4 men that I mentioned, Hardy, Bryan, Styles, and Orton, have competed in this match. So they know the dangers that are that they await in this chamber. So obviously it's going to be very, very very intense. And also, we have the Elimination Chamber match to crown the first ever women's tag team champions. So here are the teams that will be competing. You have the Iconics, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan of the Riot Squad, Tamina and Nia Jax, Naomi, Carmella, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, and the Boston Hug Connection, Sasha Banks and Bayley. Man, that is a nice lineup. But the thing is that when it comes to maybe size, Nia and Tamina have the advantage. But I don't believe that Nia and Tamina have competed in an Elimination Chamber match before. Bayley and Sasha have. So it's going to be a bit different because half of these women that I see right now are completely out of their element. Now, Bayley and Sasha Banks definitely have the edge against the other teams. So definitely it's going to be maybe a bit tougher, but who knows. But definitely, these women better tear the house down in this first ever Women's Tag Team Championship match, and I know they will, because obviously, women steal the show, like always. Then moving on down, we got the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship match. The Miz and Shane McMahon, or the best tag team in the world, as they call themselves, against the Usos. So, now, the Miz and Shane have only won those titles, at the last pay-per-view, which was at the Royal Rumble, which was last July. So, they've only been a team for so long. Now, the Usos have been a team literally since they were kids, so they know each other inside and out. They've been in the business for for a long time, probably since 2010. So, they know the ins and outs of tag team wrestling. Now, I wonder how that will go. I really can't pick a winner, so I'm kind of going to root for both teams and see who kind of comes out on top. Plus, I like the attitude that Jimmy and Jay have with their recent WWE styles. So that's, I kind of support the Usos and Miz and Shane McMahon. Best luck to both of those teams heading into the Sunday. Now, as I covered before, the Cruiserweight Championship will be defended. Buddy Murphy against Akira Tozawa. I have seen them fly around the ring before, but I don't really pay attention to 205 Live, even though it streams on the network, but I don't really pay much attention to it. So I'm just going to say best of luck to both of those cruiserweights, and I know they're going to fly high and tear it up. Now, the Intercontinental Championship handicap match. Now, Finn Balor has had beef with Bobby Lashley before after facing Lesnar at the Royal Rumble again last month. Bobby Lashley basically beat down Balor for no reason, and I don't get that. So now it results in a handicap match. So Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush will team up against Finn Balor to see who will actually win the Intercontinental Championship. Now, that's the hard thing. Now, again, Balor's at a disadvantage. But we will get into more on that later. Remember, guys, keep on watching because you guys are listening to the next generation of Sports Talk Radio. The Score on Air. The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio
And welcome back, everybody, to the next generation of Sports Talk Radio. The Score on airthescore.com. The Score. It is me, Fun Size 2.0 here. Oh, man, this has been one crazy, crazy ride. But, again, I'm glad all of you guys are here with me to enjoy it. So, yeah, that's fun. That is definitely fun. So, now, Albert, you gave me a very, very good question here. Who would be the ideal replacement for Ali from my vantage point? Ooh, boy. Man, you got me in a man. You asked a hard-hitting question, my friend. Man, there are so many potential guys that could possibly be competing in this elimination chamber. Now, when you think about it, if Eric Rowan was involved in the match, how would that play a factor, in my opinion? Because obviously Daniel Bryan is attached to Eric Rowan. Now, if he was thrown into the mix, would he help Daniel, or would he turn on Daniel Bryan to win the WWE Championship? Or maybe who would be a good replacement for Ali, though? I'm not certain. But there are probably plenty of other guys on the roster that are actually willing and able to actually step up to the plate. Maybe there will be a battle royale tonight to determine who would replace Ali in the WWE Elimination Chamber match. So that's also a possibility too. Now, who would I want to replace Ali? Luke Harper, who we most likely get a replacement, Almas. Almas. Oh, okay. Nah, I would have gone with. You know what? We already got Jeff Hardy in there. Why not Rey Mysterio? I think Rey Mysterio would probably be a better replacement for Ali, because Rey Mysterio hasn't really got into a big main event match, so I think Rey Mysterio would probably be better than Almas. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Rey Mysterio in the chamber match? No, he's not. Rey Mysterio is not in the Elimination Chamber match. I want him to be, but who knows? Maybe they'll sneak Bray Wyatt in. The place would erupt when that happened. Oh man, yeah, that's a good one too. Like I said, there are so many possibilities on who could replace Ali, but we really don't know who's going to replace him. But either way, moving on down the line for the Elimination Chamber match that is coming up this Sunday. So, as I left off, we have the Intercontinental Championship Handicap match. Yeah, so we do. So, yeah. The Raw Women's Champion, the baddest woman on the planet, Rowdy Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott for the Women's Championship. Now, if you actually pull up a picture of Ruby Riott, and I'm trying not to be mean, but she kind of has a bird-shaped nose. I'm trying to not be rude or mean, but when you pull up a photo of Ruby Riot and then have her turn to the side, she has a bird nose going on, and I'm trying not to be rude or anything. Ruby, please don't hate me, but your nose is kind of shaped like a bird, but it can't be helped. And as I also pointed out, Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin. Now, obviously, it's going to be a no contest because obviously Braun Strowman is going to win against Baron Corbin. It's obvious. So, it's definitely obvious because Baron Corbin has been giving Braun Strowman crap and Kurt Angle crap. So, it's well deserved that Corbin gets those hands. And it will be live from Houston, Texas in the Toyota Center. So if you guys are down in Houston, Texas, make sure you guys, please, oh please, go down there and support your favorite superstars. Go nuts or watch it from home, because I know that's what I'll be doing. I'll be watching it from home on the network in my room. So yeah, but definitely anything could really happen hang up into a huge pay-per-view. Now the Elimination Chamber is one, and definitely you can't really risk injury heading into a big fight field like the Elimination Chamber. Now they changed up the chamber. If history serves me correct, it's no longer like a cylinder shape anymore, even though I like that shape of the chamber. But obviously, as the times roll on, we can't help that. So, and now they changed it up to make it look like some weird looking house. But as I said, times change in WWE and also with the world. So definitely, my two faithful viewers, if you guys have any questions for me, remember call or text the show 614-641-0674, and I'd be gladly to answer your questions as I do always. And yeah, I see you guys got a little war going on there. Right. But I'm expecting the Strowman-Corbin match to end up on the pre-show. Nah. I'd say the Cruiserweight match would probably be on the pre-show, but not a big match like that. Yes, I hope Strowman buries Corbin once and for all. You know what? Yeah. You know what? They need to bring back that type of matches. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk about matches they don't do anymore. For one thing, buried alive matches. They don't do buried alive matches anymore. They don't do buried alive matches anymore. I kind of enjoyed those. What's another match that's a rare gem nowadays? Oh, the housekeeping matches. Now, that's a match that no one ever sees anymore. Those were around the Attitude Era when those happened. Buried alive matches, housekeeping matches, casket matches. Well, technically with the casket and the buried alive matches, that was more of the forte of the Undertaker, but you barely see the dead men around anymore. But you don't see those matches anymore. You don't see flag on. Well, we did see a flag on a pole match around the John Cena Rusev rivalry, but those matches kind of died out. Never really just random ladder matches where something's hanging above the ring anymore. You don't see those anymore. What else? Blindfolded matches. Now, those were funny. I think I discussed that last week, but I'm bringing it up again. I want the hardcore matches, hair versus hair matches. What other ones? Oh, there was even the tuxedo matches, the evening gown matches. Now, I don't think they would probably do those again, but I know since you two are male, you guys probably enjoyed those those matches more than anybody else, or mostly the male audience did. What other matches would be going on? Yeah, hair versus hair, casket matches, buried alive matches, tuxedo matches, evening gown matches. They don't do a lot of lumberjack matches anymore either, come to think of it. They don't do those anymore. That's weird. I wish they did, but they don't. That stinks. And you can thank Mattel for them killing the Nia Jax Ambrose match. Love those blindfold matches. What? Why did they kill the mat? Why did they kill that? Oh wait, yeah. Oh, thank you, Christopher, for reminding me about that. Christopher Brown, thank you. Intergender matches. Man, they don't do those anymore. Now, if Ronda stayed around after WrestleMania, then yeah, we could see a match between her and one of the guys. Definitely would like to see Ronda maybe well, we already saw Ronda face off against Triple H, so that's already out. Who else would we love to see the baddest woman on the planet take down next? I would say maybe Leo Rush. I want to see Ronda kick Leo Rush's butt so bad. No, I would definitely love to see that one. I would love to see that. What other matches? You don't see women really going for men's titles anymore. You don't see those either. I don't think anything else would really happen. A lot of that though was due to Vince Russo, though. He had the inventors of the whatever on a pole match. Lumberjack strap matches. Don't you mean leather strap matches? Or leather slap matches. Bull rope matches. Oh man, Dusty Rhodes made those classic. Love those bull rope matches. Mostly watched the one between JBL and Eddie Guerrero. Now that was a good one. Yeah, there are a lot of old matches that don't go on anymore. You know, they had a sledgehammer on a pole match, money hanging above the ring, paddle on a pole match. Of course, Jerry Lawler enjoyed that one. Yeah, Jerry Lawler, you old perv. Geez, what other matches were played in WWE besides ladder matches? What other ones did they have? Geez, there are so many matches that you think would come to memory for someone like me, but I don't remember half of them either. Yeah, the hardcore matches, those were a lot of huge ones too. Ronda versus Vince. Yeah, I would like to see that one too. If you're going to do a bull rope match, you'll need to have JBL come out of retirement. Hey, I think a lot of people would probably fare in a bull rope match. Yeah, I really think that people would probably fare well in a bull rope match. They don't do falls count anywhere matches anymore. Well, they did that once with Sasha Banks and Charlotte when they had their feud going on. Yeah, they had falls count anywhere. They don't have a lot of no disqualification matches either. They don't really have a lot of those either. Well, as I try to think of more matches, make sure you guys keep watching as we wind down to the final hours before we have to depart ways. So, guys, make sure you keep watching Next Generation of Sports Talk Radio, thescoreonair.com, The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
And welcome back, everybody, to Next Generation of Sports Talk Radio. The Score on air, thescore.com. The Score, Fun Size 2.0, back at it again. And as I was just rambling on, there were so many matches that WWE has lost in the vaults of time with WWE going on with its illustrious ways. So, what other ones? I just remembered there was another match that they don't really show anymore, and probably a good reason why. Bra and panties matches. I don't know why that came up, but that was another one that kind of slipped my mind. Yeah, the bra and panties matches. You had the lumberjack matches, lumberjill matches, evening gown matches, bra and panties matches. Like a panel on a pole match, all those random pole matches, flagpole on a pole match, hardcore matches. Oh man, WWE is man. They need to come up with better matches and better stipulations too. Like, they don't have any good ones anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Ronda would definitely spend literally 3/4 of the match running after Leo Rush, and he definitely would probably run, like, about a you-know-where. Lumberjack strap matches. I don't think they had lumberjack strap matches, but I could be wrong, so I don't know. They're another type. They don't do much of a you're fired match. Oh yeah, they don't do that. They don't do that one anymore. Loser leaves Raw or SmackDown match. Yeah, they don't do those anymore. What other matches do they not do anymore? I'm trying to think. I can't remember of other matches that they don't do anymore. Yeah, definitely, Christopher. That was another one. You're fired matches. Yeah. The loser leaves Raw or SmackDown matches. They don't do a lot of steel cage matches anymore. The small cage with the door. They don't do those anymore. Or like the shark cage matches where someone's hanging above the ring and they have to stay there until until the match is over. I remember watching that one. That one included James Ellsworth versus it was James Ellsworth who was in the shark cage, and then Carmella had to face Asuka for the SmackDown Women's title that night. Now that I remember, but other than that, oh boy, man, talking about going down memory lane with WWE, man. Whew, boy. Jeez, what else? Oh boy. What other matches did they not? They don't show anymore on WWE programming or on pay-per-views anymore. Yeah, they don't do lumberjack matches anymore. Jeez, what other ones do they not do? I cannot think of any other matches, but if you guys, if you guys have any other matches that, come to mind, remember, call or text the show, 614-641-0674. Call the Score or text the Score on air. I love to answer questions. I love answering questions. Of course I do. As Roddy Piper says, as soon as they, I can't remember the quote. Gosh dang it. Roddy Piper, man, is it just me, Chris, or is the hostess microphone not projecting loud enough? I got my mic all the way up. I don't know what that means. Well, with the regards to the small cage matches, it's a royal pain in the butt to transport it from Stanford to wherever they're hosting an event. I did notice that, but I can hear her since I turned my speakers up. Sorry, guys, if my volume's not good enough. How about now? But either way, there's so many different matches out there. It's like it's like crazy to think about it. There are so many other matches out there that they don't use anymore in WWE anymore, which is something unique. Like their diamond in the rough type of match. Um, Geez, I cannot remember what other matches they did. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to start bringing in my encyclopedia. I keep leaving it at home. It's an older encyclopedia, like with older photos and everything. It's not like the updated version that they have in stores right now. So it okay. Let's see. X Days of Our Lives writers. When will they get rid of those X Days of Our Lives writers and have people in creative who's actually been in the ring? Oh, man. Christopher, great question. Now, that I don't know, but I'm telling you from my standpoint, if WWE hired me to be a creative writer, I would pay close attention to my social media and see what fans are looking for within a certain area of a superstar. Now, I definitely would make the scripts not as see-through. Like, take Impact Wrestling, for example. It's scripted, yeah, but they don't make it obvious. They make it so clean and crisp that you don't even know that it's scripted. Like, at all. You don't. You don't make it, they don't make it sound like it's scripted at all. They don't. They make it so the fans believe every word of that wrestler is saying. And they even include their real lives in it. Like with Jimmy and Naomi. They're both married. And their marriage is also played into a storyline as well. Now, I don't know why they don't really reach out like that, like they used to, but rules have changed or whatever. But hey, that's how it is. I know Road Dogg is the head writer on SmackDown, but that's not enough. I agree. I definitely agree. Thank you, Albert. Yes, I would. I would be a great storyline writer. No offense to any of the guys that are in WWE and currently writing storylines for all these people, but come on, wake up, do something fresh with these guys and gals. Sure, everyone's gone through their experimental phase, like puberty wise with WWE starting out. Triple H went through some phases. He just started out as kind of like some no-name kid. Then, as he broke into the business, he was a blue blood and started acting regal and pompous and turning his nose up to everyone and thinking he was better than they were. And then you changed him out of the blue blood, then put him with Shawn Michaels to make him a degenerate. Then, after Shawn left, he broke into his own, then became the Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings, the Game, and now he's gone from winning championships to running the boardroom. So yeah, he's changed a bit. Same with Stephanie McMahon. She's basically was out of the WWE spotlight for a while until they brought her in for some storylines, regarding the Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness, with the Alliance versus WWF at the time. They brought her in for that. Then she ran SmackDown for a while, had a feud with her father, had a feud with Sable, then kind of just cut back on being in the ring for a while, came back. She's flip-flopped between the ring and the boardroom, so, kind of like Triple H. Either way, that's kind of how the storylines are. The older fans of my generation, late 30s/early 40s, are sick and tired of the PG era. They want the guys in the locker room and in the ring to have more freedom in what they do, /say or do. I came up with the perfect promo while watching Raw last night that Balor could have said about Lio Rush that would have royally PO'd Bobby Lashley, but they never used it because they're too politically correct. I definitely agree with you there, Christopher Brown. I feel that WWE going with the PG era type route is not really working. Now, take away from WWE, when you look at, like, in the outside world, what they go through, a lot of people are cursing like sailors. Even kids are doing it. But yet WWE still tries to keep a PG TV rating. It's not working for you guys. Move on up. Go back to TV 14. Seriously, Vince. I understand that you're a grandfather, but come on. I'm pretty sure your grandsons and granddaughters have probably seen someone, swear like a sailor from time to time. You're one for doing that. But I definitely agree. I look back at all the TV 14 programming on Raw and SmackDown, and where they just, let caution fly out the window. But, looking back on all of that now, oh, man. Whew, they went down. And I mean down hard. Like, yeah. That's kind of how they went. But either way, I definitely agree with you, Christopher, right there. Just, they need to wake up. They need to realize it's 2019, not 2008. Come on, we got to get with the millennium here. But clearly they have not. So, by percentage points, odds of Seth Rollins beating Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. Oh, man, you guys are asking really hard questions. Man, you are grilling me today. Definitely Rollins percentage points odds of beating Brock Lesnar. I would say, now the thing is that survey serves me correctly. Seth has faced Lesnar before and has come out on top, even though he was in the corner of the Authority. But still, Rollins came out on top. So I'm probably going to say, maybe. I don't want to aim too high or too low. So probably 50% chance of Rollins beating Lesnar for the Universal Championship. Now, I say that because, Albert, you did tweet Seth Rollins on how to get Brock Lesnar, which was obviously go for the legs. And, Albert, since you're kind of a first-time full watcher today, I call Brock Lesnar the chicken incarnate because of his legs. Yes, I do. Because if you really pay close attention, Brock does not work on his legs in the slightest at all. He doesn't. He really doesn't. Now, if he did, then he probably would have had a better chance, but he doesn't. And yes, the PG era is not working for WWE at all. They really need to get with the Millennium, like, ASAP. Now, if someone is willing to actually ship me up there to Connecticut in a box, then yes, I could do it. I would sneak into the boardroom and grab all the scripts that they have made for WWE and hold it ransacked until they change their ways. And I'm pretty sure that they probably would think I'm nuts. But hey, you know what? If I didn't cause any, damage to the company, then hey, I probably agree with it. But when I think about it, I would probably have to poke holes in that said box. But you know what? I think it'd be worth it. I would definitely think it'd be worth it. So we are going to take our last final break. So thank you both for watching me so much, and other people around the world who have probably seen this and then just kind of, avoided it. But hey, you know what? I'm here every Tuesday. So, make sure you guys, I enjoy you guys watching me and everything, and it's just great. I love my fans. I like talking about WWE, and I'm going to be talking about more than just WWE. I'm going to be talking about maybe more like indies wrestling, and I got to do my research, though. So make sure you guys keep watching. You guys are listening to Next Generation of Sports Talk Radio, thescoreonair.com, The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
1 Alpha, take 1.
And welcome back, everybody, to the next generation of Sports Talk Radio. The Score on air, thescore.com, the Score. And yes, I said that more than once. But anyway, we are dwindling down to the final few minutes before I have to say adieu. Goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, bye. But I'm not leaving just yet, so that's how I am. So anyway, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask. And yes, I agree with you, Christopher Brown, about all this. But I'm not really a big fan of all these big changes. Go for the legs, Seth. How do you feel about WWE still doing business with Saudi Arabia with this cynical, economic, and political baggage? And if you were head of the company, would you swerve those ties to loon of the Afro-Maladied? Informationally, why do you get a pass from the fans regarding this, but can't say beep on USA TV? Well, I understand why WWE is doing business with Saudi Arabia for a reason, because, despite the war going on over there, I definitely believe that Vince is still trying to branch out the WWE even more. Because when you think about it, if he actually had maybe WrestleMania in a different continent, then think about how huge that would be. Because WrestleMania has never been held outside of the U.S. before. And if I was head of the company, probably would, we couldn't say certain things on TV, then, that's probably how it is. But if you can get away with another country, then heck yeah, by all means, go ahead. Definitely go ahead and say it. Because, freedom of speech, eh? Yeah, Mike is, much better now. Oh, okay, thanks. But yeah, definitely with the creative team, they need, I would say they definitely need fresh blood on their team so badly. They need young blood. Now, if I actually end up, maybe getting in contact with some of these guys, I bet they probably think like, nah, no way. We don't need any fresh blood. We're fine. We're good. Not really. No way. They're not fine in the slightest at all. I don't believe it for 1 second. Now, I would love to be part of the creative team and also part of the commentary team. Now, I really think that no offense to, the Road Doggy or anybody else that works with WWE on the creative part. They just need fresh ideas from fresh young minds like me. Yeah, definitely like me. Because I'm young, I'm 20 years old, going on 21. So, like, no offense to any of the senior writers that have been working with WWE since day one. Now, I would say that it's just, it's hard to figure out a concept to work for a certain guy or gal, and they got to jump through hoops, get to where they need to be. So life is hard. Definitely believe that. I forgot about that. It's never been outside of America. Vince is preparing to globalize WrestleMania. I would try and book Tokyo for the first international WrestleMania. What would you like for? Ooh, man. Well, they did have a pay per view in Australia, which was a WWE Super Showdown. Now, there are so many places that WrestleMania could be held. Oh boy. Now, Tokyo wouldn't be a bad idea. I would love to see WWE have WrestleMania in Tokyo. Maybe. They did have a Raw in Italy one time. Milan, Italy. That's where they had Raw one time. Where would I think WrestleMania should be held if it was held on an international scale? No, it wouldn't be France. No way. No way. France has too much drama going on over there for them. I would say maybe London, England. That would probably be a very cool place to have WrestleMania if it was globalized. Definitely, I would probably go with definitely England for that one. You're right. They need new blood, young, fresh, innovative minds. Great wrestling city, London or Montreal. Wait, I think they already had a WrestleMania in Montreal. Yeah, they already had a WrestleMania in Montreal already. But I would think London would probably be the next destination for global WrestleMania. Yeah, they already had a WrestleMania in Montreal. I believe that was when that wasn't The Rock in Austin. That was I think in Houston. But I think they already had they already had a WrestleMania. They had a WrestleMania in Canada already. So good thinking though, Albert, but no. Nope, definitely they already had a WrestleMania. Mexico City. No, they have not had a WrestleMania in Mexico City. Now that would be actually a pretty good one. So has it been out of the US then? WrestleMania has not been outside of the US, not to my knowledge. Definitely can't remember the last time WrestleMania was in another continent. But they did only have 2 pay-per-views that were outside of the U.S. That was WWE Super Showdown in Australia, and then the Greatest Royal Rumble that was in Saudi Arabia. So those were probably the only 2 pay-per-view contents that were out of state. Toronto. Oh, they've had a pay-per-view there. Unforgiven. That was Trish Stratus's last match in 2006, and I believe I think they had a WrestleMania there in Toronto, Canada, not in Montreal. But definitely, I think Montreal, Canada would probably be a good place to have WrestleMania. So, now the thing is that if most people can afford it, but I can't. I know I can't because I have no money. You said that there was a WrestleMania in Montreal. That's in Canada. I'm getting my wrestling facts wrong here, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go home. But I can't. It was definitely in Toronto, not in Montreal to my knowledge. I'll get back to you next week, Albert, and make sure I'm reading this right because I'm making sure I'm getting my WrestleMania facts right, because if not, then I'll make sure to make that known next week when I'm on your glorious computer screens or cell phone screens. So yeah, I can't remember, man. Oh man, I'm out of it today. I'm really out of it. And that's how Tuesdays are. I just wanted to be Wednesday already. Bring on the hump day. Yeah, bring on hump day. But definitely, I can, I do believe that Toronto did hold a WrestleMania that was between The Rock and Hulk Hogan was in Toronto. There was not, I don't believe there was anything in Montreal. So, yep, yeah, definitely it was in Toronto between The Rock and Hulk Hogan. And that was about it. Because I don't believe there was anything in Montreal. So, yeah, that is to my knowledge. Heck, I can't afford a domestic WrestleMania trip, let alone yeah, let alone a foreign, yeah. I can't afford a WrestleMania trip or even go out of the country. I have no passport, so I couldn't leave the country if I tried. Mm, But definitely, as we are winding down for the remaining 3 minutes, I want to say thank you guys for watching me every week. Just having to talk about again the sport that I love is so fun. Make sure you guys go to my Facebook. Make sure you guys follow WWE Women's Wrestling Entertainment on Facebook. It's a group. Make sure you guys join. I post these shows also on there. Also like my page Girls Talk Wrestling, GTW. Also, follow me on Twitter at FunSize. Um, and I'll also try to make sure I reach out to some superstars on there as well, because definitely I enjoy talking about what I love, my passion, my life, my livelihood. Well, somewhat of my livelihood. With you guys, and it's so fun. I saw that match on TV between Hogan and The Rock. One of the 10 greatest matches I've ever saw. Cool. That was awesome. Yeah, definitely it was like the past versus like the present between The Rock and Austin. Not I meant Rock and Hogan. Oh man. Oh boy, and then, any rivalry between any two wrestlers is like huge. So, definitely believe that all the superstars that are on the roster now will soon probably cross paths with a legend or so down the line. So it's definitely up in the air when you think about it. So as I said, WWE is full of possibilities, but obviously, like I said before, they need fresh blood with the creative team. It's killing them. Like literally killing them. And I'm surprised they're still managing. I'm surprised I still watch it. But the storylines are way too much of a see-through story. So either way, um yeah, it's just like that. We're on Facebook. Um it's in groups. Search groups. Here, I'll show it to you guys before I have to get out of here. So definitely let you guys know what it looks like. So give you guys a bit of a look see if my phone would load. So this is my page right here. This is what it looks like right there. So make sure you guys follow my little page right there. And well, that's my group. And then it's also connected to Girls Talk Wrestling. So make sure you guys, keep watching the Score on Air every Tuesday, and I will see you guys next week. So bye.